Bible peoples, at Leviticus chapter 15, it says, "And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When any man has a running issue out of his flesh, because of the issue he is unclean. And this shall be his uncleanness in his issue, whether his flesh run with the issue, or his flesh be stopped from his issue, it is uncleanness. Every bed whereon he lieth that hath the issue is unclean, and everything whereon he sits shall be unclean. And whosoever touches his bed shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean to the evening. And he that sits on anything whereon he sat, that the issue shall wash his clothes, bathe himself in water, and be unclean to the evening. And he that touches the flesh of him that has the issue shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean to the evening. And he that has the issue spit upon him that is clean, then he shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean unto the evening. And what saddle soever he rideth upon that has the issue shall be unclean, and whosoever touches anything that was under him shall be unclean to the evening. And he that beareth any of those things shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the evening. And whomsoever he touches that has the issue, and hath not rinsed his hands in water, he shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean unto the evening. And the vessel of earth that he touches, which has the issue, shall be broken, and every vessel of wood shall be rinsed in water. And when he has had the issue been cleansed of his issue, then he shall number to himself 7 days for his cleansing, and wash his clothes, bathe his flesh in running water, and shall be clean. And on the 8th day he shall take to him 2 turtle doves, or 2 young pigeons, and come before the Lord unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and give them unto the priest. And the priest shall offer them, the one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for him before the Lord for his issue. And if any man's seed of copulation go out from him, then he shall wash all his flesh in water, and be unclean unto the evening. And every garment and every skin whereon is the seed of copulation, shall be washed with water, and be unclean to the evening. The woman also with whom man shall lie with seed of copulation, they shall both bathe themselves in water, and be unclean to the evening. And if a woman have an issue, and her issue in her flesh be blood, she shall put apart 7 days, and whosoever touches her shall be unclean unto the evening. And everything that she lies upon in her separation shall be unclean. Everything also that she sits upon shall be unclean. And whosoever touches her bed shall wash his clothes, bathe himself in water, and shall be unclean unto the evening. And whosoever touches anything that she sat upon shall wash his clothes, bathe himself in water, and be unclean to the evening. And if it be on her bed, or anything whereon she sits, when he touches it, he shall be unclean to the evening. And if any man lie with her at all, and her flowers be upon her, he shall be unclean 7 days, and all the bed whereon he lies shall be unclean. And if a woman have an issue of her blood many days out of the time of her separation, or if it run beyond the time of separation, all the days of her issue of her uncleanness shall be as the days of her separation, she shall be unclean. Every bed whereon she lies all the days of her issue shall be unto her as the bed of her separation, and whatsoever she sits upon shall be unclean, and the uncleanness of her separation. And whosoever touches those things shall be unclean, and shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean till the evening. But if she be cleansed of her issue, then she shall number to herself 7 days, and after that she shall be clean. And on the 8th day she take unto her 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, bring them to the priest, the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And the priest shall offer, the one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering. And the priest shall make an atonement before her, before the Lord, for the issue of her uncleanness. Thus shall ye separate the children of Israel from the uncleanness, that they die not in their uncleanness when they defile my tabernacle that is among them. This is the law of him that has issue, and of him whose seed goes out from him and is defiled therewith, and of her that is sick of her flowers, and of him that hath an issue, of the man, of the woman, of him that lies with her that is unclean. And that's it. I got to find a new place to do this. This is getting hot. God bless you. See you tomorrow.